As we're starting week 2, a quick take on week 1, purely from a short-lived climate pollution angle, that is methane, black carbon, hydrofluorocarbons, and tropospheric ozone. Not getting into the very important issues that are on the negotiation table, such as the negotiations on loss and damage or on finance. It is really good to see how the community is coming together on short-lived climate pollutants, and the community is growing. We can see leadership on so many different levels. We had events and announcements at the political leaders level with the heads of state. We had so much attention on the key sectors in which action has to happen, but we also had some workshops on the sidelines benefiting from the fact that so many partners are here to roll up our sleeves and think through some of the next steps. So a positive spirit that gives hope, and that is hopefully spilling over, but we have to keep the momentum. First, there is a growing recognition of the importance of short-lived climate pollutants. They have really made it onto the radar above and beyond. Without actions on short-lived climate pollutants, we'll not be able to keep 1.5 in reach. And I hear more and more participants talking or taking up the narrative of the sprint with the SLCP action that gives us the needed near-term climate benefits, while we also run the marathon of deep decarbonization. It's not an either-or, but an and that is really getting through. At a COP, dubbed the Africa COP, it has been particularly relevant that the proposed SLCP mitigation measures are good for climate and for clean air, with benefits for health and food security, and measures that really interlink with major priorities such as access to energy or access to transport. The SLCP measures are clearly rooted in sustainable development. Now, methane. Not least due to the Global Methane Pledge, methane is taking a center stage. Not really the new kid on the block, but one that clearly has made new friends. And as we look forward to more announcements this week, what we have seen already is that key methane sectors are getting a lot of attention here in Sharm el-Sheikh. And waste, for example, has never been as prominent at a COP as this year, and the same holds actually true for food and agriculture as well. There's a set of motivations to take action in these sectors, but the connections between these agendas and actors are being made. And that means going forward, we expect to see more cooperation for more collective impact. Actors is my next key word. And the central governments have been really stepping up from the NDCs, including short-lived climate pollutants, to announcing new regulation, to new countries joining the partnership. And more connections to local governments are being made, with a vibrant local government representation here and a high level of ambition. So vertical policy integration will play a key role going forward. And last but not least, finance. As the negotiations look at the trillions of promised funding, there's a whole ecosystem of finance for short-lived climate pollutant action coming together, with philanthropies, the multilateral development banks, bilateral aid agencies, and public and private sector finance taking on short-lived climate pollutants in different ways. And that's really good news, as SLCP action to date has not been receiving the funding attention it deserves. CCAC going forward will facilitate exchanges that do strive for better alignment between these sources. And what do I mean here? Each part of the finance community can do different deals. How can we line these up in a way to close gaps? Watch the space. There's more to come with the Climate and Clean Air Ministerial, actually tomorrow, and the Global Methane Pledge Ministerial on Thursday. So both taking place this week. This was Martina Otto from Sharm el-Sheikh.